I don't have any notes for this one. Sorry. Hello and welcome to nothing. I've got nothing on this review, but it's fine. It's fine. We can talk about the nudity on the cover in a minute. Orme, Felona e Serona. I've just realised, slightly disappointingly, that Sorona I think is a man. So I thought it was like Cadence and Cascade. It's not. So the reason I was going to say is because it's very similar style to the previous one. Very concise. So there's very short tracks, and it all fits together nicely. So it is one album. Tracks as short as Dark Side of the Moon tracks. It's that kind of thing. There's no. It feels very epic, but no long songs.
The first one's pretty long, isn't it?
Fairly, not long. And the big ending track is just a big ending track.
Yes.
Poppiness, which isn't in the other two bands we've done, Banco and PFM, on Felona, which I think tips the balance a bit too far into pop. It feels a bit Eurovision. We had a comment. Well, we had about 30 comments from someone, I assume, in the night, with a bit of help, I suspect, for his comments, which may have been liquid or something else, perhaps. And he kept saying about Sabbath is as far as you can go in metal, and he kept talking about, is it called Sugar, or is it called Honey? What's the name of the song?
Oh, I don't know the name of the song. I know what you're on about though.
Because that's what you like, because you didn't like Dark Throne, and obviously you can't realise we're a prog channel. And we've done Nurse with Wound and all this stuff, and Dark Throne, it's just, it's not that extreme, is it? It's just really, really, really heavy and funny. and yet that pop song is very, very saccharine, I suppose you could argue, but it's nice. It's nice enough. Nothing wrong with that. For me, it tips the balance a bit too far. Other than that, this is the same as the previous one. So it's one of those things. So next week we won't have this problem. We're not doing the next album. We're going to jump forward a bit, so there's a bit of change, which I haven't listened to yet. So that one.
Ladies Bottom. This is one of those albums, you sort of like, you go online and you look at it and it's, everyone says, this is awesome. Orme never did anything better than this ever. This is the pinnacle of their career. It's amazing.
It's just another album the same.
Okay, let's listen to it then.
It is brilliant. Yeah, it's like the others.
Is it?
So you don't think it's as good as the other one?
Oh, I'll get lynched. I will get lynched if I said that. So this is a concept album, and it shows the weakness of concept albums in the sense that we ain't got a frigging clue what it's about.
Yeah, that's true. Isn't it about Felona and Serona?
So it's about two planets at the opposite ends of the universe.
Is it?
One's really happy, one's really dark.
So it's not about nudie people?
No, well, I think it's sort of like...
Well, nudie people represent
a yin
the
and yang
planets.
thing. If you look, he's really hot, things aren't great.
Yeah.
She's having a great time. He's not. So he's sort of like Serona and she's Felona. But these are, as I say, planets. Really weird concept, yeah. And I'm sorry, but it does sound like Yes. I know you said last week it doesn't sound anything like Yes, but this does sound like Italian Yes to me.
Goodness me.
And again...
the vocals are high. Is that what it is? They are high, aren't they?
I suppose. I mean, this album is organ-led, essentially. There's very little in the terms of guitar.
Yeah.
And what stands out for me, especially the Rick Wakeman era, is the organ, because it's so in your face.
Yeah.
And, but this isn't like that. This isn't sort of like, whoa, too far. This is a bit more ethereal than...
Yeah, I mean, you have to remember with Yes, I mean, this really angers Yes fans, but Rick Wakeman doesn't write the music. John Anderson and Chris Squire and Steve Howe write the music, and then Rick Wakeman comes along and goes boop, blip, 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 over the top.
And all that shit.
That makes the Yes fans really, really angry, because they all write everything, because they're all brilliant.
It's interesting, you know, a lot of the reviews are this is good from beginning to end. It starts on an epic and it finishes sublimely.
It finishes with an ending.
Yeah, I don't-
It's a proper. If you like proper endings at the end of albums, that's a proper ending. Dun, 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 but it's the whole song is that.
Yeah. So it's sort of like semi-symphonic in structure, I suppose.
Definitely symphonic prog. Yeah, with a pop song.
But just not that appealing to me. It just sort of, it doesn't. Put it this way, you know, I'll listen to it and I'll listen quite close, and I could see actually excellent drumming, although it's covered in organ. It's the drumming that again stood out for me. Interesting. They're a trio on this, aren't they?
They're a trio. Yeah. Later on, they got a guitarist.
Did they? Okay. Yeah. So I can listen close to it. I can appreciate it, but as soon as we're not reviewing it anymore, it's not going to stand out to me. You know, like those Genesis albums. I suppose you could almost say this is a bit like Genesis without Hackett, maybe.
I was going to say that. Yeah. What guitar there is a bit meh.
Yeah.
A bit very average. It's not special guitar playing.
Yeah, it's only two songs with guitar. I think it's a bit strumming, basically.
Yeah, there's a bit of lead, and it's just very, very generic. It's obviously someone who's not a guitarist playing the guitar, who's a good musician. There's no ethereal, amazing gliding stuff.
Yeah. So a sort of yin and yang concept, and you backwards. I think in yin and yang, man's happy and woman's not very happy. So they flip that, which is interesting. But Italians like nudie ladies, don't they?
All prog album people like nudie ladies.
Yeah.
Oh no, just nudity. There's always someone nude on the cover.
So yeah, good. Isn't Peter Hamill involved?
Yes. No, this is the thing. I said, "Oh, we won't get the translation. It's going to be Peter Sinfield." No, it's fine. We don't want to hear it. It was actually Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill,
of course. And that's a whole different prospect, actually. And although I'm not a lyric person, and there's only a couple of exceptions where that I care, I wonder if actually we should have got the translation.
I did actually look at I don't know if it is the translation,
right.
But
I mean, could it be that that's not what this is about at all? That's what he wrote for the English version.
It might be. He's going on about soap bubbles for some reason. People are really happy on Felona because of soap bubbles. Soap bubbles? No, soap balls.
Well, that's kind of Peter Hamill kind of stuff.
Very strange.
Yeah.
Very strange. Didn't add anything to it. I've got to be honest. Disappointing. Consider the reputation it's got. I found it.
It does have. That's true. Yeah, it has a serious reputation. This is the one.
This is why you had this. You already had this one.
Yeah. I mean, I bought all three at once. So, and I've already listened to the first two. I haven't listened to the third one. But this it's the one where they went global. It's the one where they got the translation and all that stuff, and it's the one that sold loads. So that's why it's the one. I think the other one's just as good. And you preferred it, didn't you?
I think I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Umo di Pezza.
Piezza.
Got a better cover as well. I think the absence of nudity, or perhaps implied nudity in an artistic way. Oh,
there is a bit of nudity on the back.
Okay, what is that? I don't know what that is. Okay, change my mind. I'll go for the one with boobies. That's got boobies.
Yeah, that's boobies, huh?
It's more the huge pink suspicious looking thing. I'm not,
This or this.
I don't know. I honestly didn't notice that before.
A rather phallic looking thing.
But yeah, nudity. Why do they have nudity on album covers? It's in prog. Well, they don't have nudity on album covers. Only prog album covers have nudity.
What about Hawkwind? Didn't they have?
I'm sure that they were a dancer, so they must have had it on the covers at some point. The covers are pretty crazy. Rush's symbol is a nude man. It's just a nude man. And it's going for the one. There's like a cool picture of angles and buildings and a nude man. Why?
It makes it look arty.
Arty, it's art. Yes.
Life drawing.
Yeah, because it's life of the something. Right, it's 4 eggs for me.
3 eggs for me. What did I give Uomo di Pezza?
I think it might have been the same. It might have been 4.
Oh, I'm giving this one 3.
Yeah.
I'll get absolutely slated. But,
Oh,
I mean, if it don't speak to you, what can you say, you know?
Well, fans of Italian prog are very reasonable, funky people. They're not like Van der Graaf fans who are very cross. Yeah, we did fail to review them, basically, didn't we? It's not a big deal, though.
Isn't that one of the comments where they said, why don't you ever review the lyrics? Was that VD?
Oh, yeah. No, he said, well, you don't talk once about the music. And then he wrote a great big essay about the lyrics and didn't mention the music. And then that just went round and round and round.
Well, we cover the music, you cover the lyrics.
And I'm sure at some point that was the thing where it got to, I play drums on my guitar all the time. was the phrase. From Thick as a Brick. That was who knows.
Bam, bam. I heard it's Thick as a Brick this week sometime. Don't know why.
I've been trying to get Alexa to play me music because I've realised I've got there's about 800 albums on there that have been auto-ripped. Because at least 50% of the ones you buy over the years are auto-ripped and they're all on there. So I've been saying, Alexa, play this.
This wasn't auto-ripped, which I was quite surprised about.
Booker? I'll have to see. I'll have to ask for Orme. And sometimes it's really difficult, isn't it? It'll play the album Look at Yourself by Uriah Heep. It won't play that. But if you actually get to play Look at Yourself, the song, it will play it. So you can't get it to decide it's the song and not the album. But if you listen to, something else with it on, it'll play it.
I'm surprised you've got Alexa. So Alexa is Amazon, yeah?
Yeah, it's 20 quid. It's for, you can say, Alexa, red alert, and it'll do the Star Trek thing, and you can make 5 phases and stuff. That's its purpose. It's not connected to anything, except for music, which it doesn't play properly.
Right, okay.
You can get it with 2 bulbs, but it's not 20 quid.
I ain't going to have anything like that in the house.
It's a complete waste of time. It's not fast enough. You can't go, Alexa, play music. You've got to, Alexa,
hello, yes.
play Uriah Heep, Salisbury. Playing Salisbury Hill by Peter Gabriel. Even with the delay, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Rubbish. Still crap.
I think we've reviewed the album, haven't we?
I think we've reviewed the album, and if we haven't, that's the best we're going to do, I'm afraid.
We could have a chat about the concept, if you like. Why does the wall work and this not work?
Well, the wall is lightning striking for a 3rd time or something. It's purely down to the experience they'd been through, and the fact that the rest of them were lazy and weren't writing anything, and also couldn't, the effort it took to get anything that they've written on the album, they're just given up. So that the one guy who was very angry had 100% control now, but had also been through turning into a nutter and wanted to document it. That didn't happen here, obviously.
No, I mean, you got to wonder, how do you... There must be a band meeting at some point where they say, I've got this idea for an album. What it is there's 2 planets, one either sending, and somehow that flies, Oh, they turn around and go, actually, that's brilliant. That's a brilliant concept. Oh, my God. It's amazing.
It's just a story for, 2 sides of the album. Yin and Yang. It's a generic prog story almost, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't make any difference. Just means there's boobies and bottoms.
Right.
So is that a planet? It's a funny shape.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, we don't know what this is. We don't really know anything. We like songs. I like music. It's good.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, I mean, if you buy one, people rave about this one more than Umo di Pezza. But I
actually think the artwork's better for that one as well.
Oh, the artwork's, yeah, it is, yeah. Don't look at the back, though. The front. The front is great.
Very weird. Anyway, So what we're doing next week?
Smuggler's Board something. Which is slightly controversial, but that's the point. It's something to talk about, we can review and say what's different, etc., rather than just this is the same, more. Enjoy.
Controversial.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. See you next week.
Dun dun.